Hello, namaskaram, welcome to Harmony of Spices. Let's see how we can cook a very delicious and tender chicken malai tikka at home easily. For the chicken malai tikka, I have taken some chicken breast, cleaned and cut into small cubes. Make sure the cubes are not very thick. You can also use boneless chicken thighs. First, I'm going to do a marination and keep it for like an overnight. The longer it sits in the marination, it tastes much better. For the marination, alongside with a lot other ingredients, I'm going to make a paste out of these. I've taken few green chilies, garlic, a small piece of ginger, and little coriander leaves or cilantro leaves. You can always choose to use a ginger garlic paste or a green chili paste instead. This is made to a smooth paste. Adjust the number of the green chilies based on your spice level. Now let's add the ingredients for the marination one by one. You can always make the marination separately and mix it into the chicken together, but I'm going to add it on top of the chicken. First, I'm adding some yogurt here. This is plain yogurt. Then what you need is a thick cooking cream along with a little mozzarella cheese. So instead of that, I'm adding a substitute here, which is a cream cheese. So it's easier for me to find. So I'm going to use cream cheese to the marination today. Marinating with the cream cheese or with the cream and the cheese together will give a really nice flavor and make the chicken very tender. Adding some black pepper powder. If you have white pepper powder, please use that. A little nutmeg powder and cardamom powder. Adding salt, some fresh lime juice. Now here is the paste that we grinded with green chili, cilantro, garlic and ginger. Papaya paste is also a meat tenderizer that people generally use with the chicken malai tikka. Now let's mix it together with hand. The marination is ready. I'm gonna cover it well and keep it in the refrigerator. Better to keep it marinated at least for a few hours. I'm gonna do an overnight marination and I'm not going to cook it until tomorrow. It has been in the refrigerator for like 24 hours. Get out of the refrigerator an hour ago and allowed it to cool down to the room temperature. Few different ways you can cook it at home. Here I've taken some skewers and these skewers were soaked in water for like 15 minutes so it doesn't get burnt. And I'm going to thread the chicken onto the skewers one by one. Make sure there is enough space in between each chicken pieces. Line them up on a baking tray just like this. This one set I'm gonna put in the oven with the highest temperature, while the other set I'm gonna make it on a tawa on the stove. Putting the chicken for grilling on the topmost rack at 550 degrees Fahrenheit or the highest temperature of your oven. I also want to show you a different method of cooking in case if you don't have an oven at home. You can also do a stovetop grilling like this by putting the chicken on top of a tawa. You can put a little oil or butter if it's not a non-sticky. Turn it around and once it starts browning, I'm gonna keep it covered and cooked for 5 minutes. Then remove the lid and keep it open and grill it. In between, turn it around, apply some butter. When it's almost ready, chicken doesn't need a lot of cooking time. It only has a cooking time of roughly around 15 to 20 minutes. If you overcook it, it's going to be chewy. The chicken that's kept in the oven, let's take it out halfway through, apply some ghee or butter and turn it around and put it back for cooking. If you don't have the skewers at home, that's totally fine. You can line it up on a tray and put in the oven or on a pan and still put it on the stove top. Just make sure there is enough space in between the chicken pieces and don't clutter them. Now both the set of chicken is ready. The one on the stove top took around like 15 minutes and the one in the grill or the oven took around like 25 minutes. To make it a little more flavorful, on the pan where I grilled the chicken, I'm going to add some ghee and some sliced onions to it. Then I'm going to add these chicken skewers on top of it. You can take them out of the skewers or put it on the skewer itself, smearing it with a little butter. I'm going to let it sizzle for like a couple minutes. So when the onions sizzle on the ghee, it brings a nice flavor into the chicken pieces. Garnishing it with little methi leaves or fenugreek leaves will enhance the flavor. Chicken malai tikka, it's always better to serve it right away. Here's a very tender and mouth-watering chicken malai tikka is ready here. It can be an appetizer or a main dish that goes really well with a green chutney. You can also make a wrap on a tortilla or a naan bread with the chicken and onions and it tastes so good. Please do try it out and let me know your comments and feedback. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching Harmony of Spices.